All I wanted was the cash from this airdrop to buy myself a nice, fancy gunsmith. But apparently, so did everybody else. Snipers, rockets, toxic overload. I got them all. And just when I thought that was the hardest part, I was greatly mistaken. I'll tell you how I survived, the thought process behind it all, and some tips and tricks along the way. Get your popcorn ready, and let's get started. Whoever was on that hoverbike, he stopped. Now let's analyze this again. He started pooping his pants around this time. Don't you think he'd have had more chances of surviving if he just stayed near that house and kept his cover? He clearly saw me coming, he even shot at me first, and yet he decided to take me on with no cover. Me, on the other hand, I had cover the whole time. You really need to think at least 2 steps ahead if you want to survive a decent fight. But I guess that's the mindset of someone who plays solo squads versus someone who plays with a full squad and need a minute to clean himself while spamming the dog tags button. There's a chopper on that hill if you look at the minimap. Let's wait a bit and see what they want. My first instinct was to stand up and tell her that she's so beautiful that in my whole 33 years of life, I've only seen a handful of women like her. But thinking with the right head, I did what I had to do. I dodged a bullet right there if you ask me.
Airdrop has been delivered. Airdrop incoming.
I don't know if you can see him, but there's an individual behind that wall. I'm looking at him, but I can't tell yet if he saw me. Nah, he didn't saw me.
Toxic overload.
People keep asking me on my streams what class they should be using all the time. Honestly, with all these toxic classes, Quick Strike and Ninja are the best ones for you, if you're a decent player. And if you're not a decent player, well, get better. Stop taking pictures, my friend. You need help holding that camera? Hold on a minute. My aim is all over the place. I should have done some warm-up before jumping into solo squads.
A full-fledged tank has been dropped.
Let me get rid of these choppers while I'm at the airdrop.
Airdrop has been delivered. The safe zone is collapsing.
I don't know why suddenly so many players are in love with that SMRS, but I don't like that idea.
Watch out. K9 incoming. Airdrop has been delivered.
He clearly saw me, and he's expecting me to keep moving forward towards him. Watch closely what I'm about to do. I pop my head out for a bit, and he starts shooting. But as soon as he does that, I come back behind this cover, let him waste a couple of bullets, then I shoot him back. And guess what? I caught him offside, reloading his weapon. Quick tip for you, my friend. Always slide before pressing that reloading button. I don't know if you've noticed, but I almost always do a slide before reloading. Because if you don't, you'll be an easy target for a full second or so. Don't make things easier for your enemies. Nothing better than enemies who buy you a stealth chopper and just hand it over. Cheers for that, lads. Lots of activity on the other side, though. Initially, I thought about rushing that guy inside, but then I noticed he's got a boyfriend right around the corner. These kinds of specimens are dangerous when attacked. I need to get them one by one.
Safe zone is collapsing. Airdrop incoming.
He's gonna get me killed now, right? Right? Wrong. Fortunately, I managed to slide backwards and get a bit of cover while picking up my weapon to fire back. If it wasn't for this BAL 27 gunsmith, the story would have been different. Oh, hello there. You need help scanning those dog tags? Well, I'm gonna help you anyway. I checked my 6 and it was clear. The enemies in front of me are busy looting boxes up the hill, so I want to try and sneak behind them, see if I can do something from there. If those players weren't scuba diving on that river, then I have no idea where they came from. They've got a clear line of sight on me. I need to move from here, and my options are the following. A. Push the guys on top of me. B. Use the quick strike to get to that house for cover. Or C. Use the quick strike and get to those scuba divers. Go on, soldiers, comment below what you would do in this situation. You've got 10 seconds. Pushing the guys on top of me is not a good idea. Both the guys on the hill and the scuba divers can shoot me at the same time, so option A is not the right one. Going to that building for cover isn't the best idea either, because you'd only have cover from the guys on top, and you'd still have to deal with those scuba divers from a long distance. That would work better if I had a sniper, which I don't. Of course, you could use a smoke grenade to protect yourself from them if needed, but once the zone starts collapsing, you'd still have 4 players to deal with, and you can't tell exactly how bad it's going to be. So option B is okay, but not the best. Using the quick strike to push those scuba divers is the right choice. Land on the roof, use a smoke to protect yourself from the players uphill shooting at you, and deal with those 2 before the zone starts collapsing.
Enemy's toxic overload deployed.
Obviously, things don't always go according to plan, but on second thought, jumping off that roof and still having cover to fight those 2 was the best move I could have made.
Buy station is unavailable.
I still have a revival flight behind me. He was landing while I was using the quick strike to get on that roof. I could go and fight him, but right now I'm more interested in getting and securing that bridge area, making sure I don't have any surprises and letting the zone bring him to me. Oh, I've also got a guy looking for kinetics on that airdrop in Plane 2026. That one must be the revival flight. The Ravager Launcher locked onto his hoverbike instead of me once I got close enough. He got scared and went back scuba diving. It happened sooner than I thought. There are some people on the other side, but we also can't forget there's at least 2 more up on that hill. For now, I'll just hold this position till the safe zone collapses. Whoever's on that other side, they'll come right up to me. I'll let that tank get closer, then I'll stick some cluster on him. Those two players are sniping from the top. Someone's near me.
Watch out. K9 unit incoming. Only 2 teams left. Getting close to victory.
Seems like it's just me and the guys from the top left alive. Well, at least they were at the top a couple of minutes ago. Now, I have no idea where they are. You know what? I'm gonna grab a smoke grenade and move slowly into the next zone. If things go south, I'll just use one of these. See that little flash of light on the horizon? That comes from a player activating the Poltergeist class, and it seems like he's going to my left. I'm gonna bet this match on that prediction, because it'll be nearly impossible to hear his footsteps with a smoke grenade and that annoying K9 music near me.
Watch out. K9 unit incoming. Be careful. The Poltergeist.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you win a match playing smart, not hard. If you took something away from this one, do me a favor and drop a like. It genuinely helps more than you'd think. And if you want to see more breakdowns like this, you know where the subscribe button is. That's me done. I'll catch you in the next one. You alright?
Fine, just thinking.
About what?
Had a bad one today. One of those days where you stop and go, hang on, how did I end up here, doing this? Is this actually the life I meant to have?
We all get those.
We do. And then we bury it and go again the next morning. But it stuck with me today. So let me put it to you the way it hit me. If your life was a movie, and people were watching up to this point, what would the audience be screaming at the screen telling you to do with your life?
Honestly, probably something I've been avoiding for years.
There it is. See, everyone's got that answer sitting right there. Comes up in a second. The thing you already know you should be doing and aren't.
So why don't we do it?
Because knowing it and doing it are two different men, Ghost. One of them's easy to be. The other one's the whole fight. That's the only question worth asking yourself. Not what you've done, what they'd be begging you to do next, and whether you've got it in you to actually listen.